This is Nikki in Niagara, coming to you from Niagara Falls, Canada. And welcome to vlog number 14. So, I'm logging in. Today is Tuesday. Actually, I forgot to look at the clock. It's probably around 2 in the afternoon. So, yeah, I got a few things to talk about here today, and I'll try and get a little bit of coloring done, but I'm not too sure. Well, maybe if I start coloring, then I'll just stop to show you things as I talk about them. So how are you today? I hope today is a good day for you. But if it's not, take it easy and just go with the flow today, and hopefully tomorrow will be the beginning of a good day for you. I'm kind of in a medium. I haven't been doing well the last few weeks, but then I had a big run of doing very well. So I can't complain because I know that the bad and the good come each in their own time. So I'm well enough to be up and sitting in this chair, and thank goodness I have my new chair, which will enable me to sit here longer than my other old broken yucky chair did. So yeah, I'll be uploading my, well, I'm gonna give you guys oh yeah, I did already. You guys have already seen my studio tour, so you've seen, actually you'll see everything that is in my future. Because I won't be uploading this till Monday, which is just 6 days away from today. Yeah, so you've seen my new chair, and I love it. It doesn't have any bells and whistles, but it has everything that I need for support, and even more that I didn't really know I needed. It has padding at the front for the legs, and that really helps with my support, because a lot of times I'd be sitting here and it's my legs that would start the pain. So yeah, enough about me. So anyways, it is the spooky season. Woo! And whoa! I think I'm going to be editing that out. I have got my first spooky season coloring book out here, and it's a funny thing. This was actually my spin the wheel book, and I spun this I don't know if it was a week ago. I don't think it was that long ago, but then I said to myself, oh, I'm not going to start that until the 1st of September, so that I can start off my coloring with my spin the wheel. So I'm going to be coloring a lot out of books that call for, or I mean that are part of the season, but it's not the only thing that I'm going to color. And hopefully my intention setting out right now is that I'll be doing one color in the spooky book and one color in a normal book, regular book, not spooky or creepy book. How's that? We don't need that light on. There we go. That's natural sunlight, guys. Not too bright, but I don't think it's too dark. Filter will fix that anyways. So I had a problem with this, is because there are a lot of teeny tiny little spaces, so I can't use my alcohol markers on here. It does have a black background, but they're just not going to work. So then I was thinking of using pencil crayons, and I just didn't know if this kind of picture, like look at all the black, would work with pencil crayons. Well, of course it would. And then I thought, well, what about my Tombos? And I went, yeah, but I don't want the streaking in the large areas like this bird right here. But, I mean, geez, all these little candies and stuff, even the fire, that would all be great in Tombos. So I decided, well, why not combine them both? So that's what I'm going to do. These are my Prismacolors here in their case. And you can't see my, where the heck are they? Oh, I put the wrong cart in front of me. Thank goodness. The proper cart is just over here. And a couple of rolls on my wheels. And bringing the cart over. So now I'm sat here with 2 carts and a tray all next to me. Everything's ready to go if I want to use it. So my Tombos are off screen because they're on the top shelf of my cart, and they're in the packaging that Tombow gave them. And it's a nice little stand and stuff, but if I pick them up, it sometimes falls apart. So what I need to do is take all my Tombows out and then use some glue to glue those legs together so that they don't come apart, and it will be perfectly fine. So I'll be taking sips because, you know, my dry mouth situation. So, what am I going to color first? Well, the roof of this, you know, first she will put in a blotter sheet, which is where? All the way across the room. Okay, guys, here we go. I'm rolling across the room. This chair doesn't roll as well because I don't have my feet aren't completely on the floor. Well, that's not even a blotter sheet. Good Lord, where is a blotter sheet? Alright, you'll do. I'm not going to color that anyways. I've decided I don't like it. Now I'm trying to get back to you. Jeez. I'm sorry about that, but I don't know. I think maybe I'm the only rolling colorist YouTuber. I mean, why cut it out, right? I just have to edit it. And here, I've got a piece of paper that's got a picture I printed out that I'm not really that interested in. So these are mashups from fairy tales, and there's different elements and they're all mashed up together into kind of like a doodlish picture. And I'll have to tell you, I am quite well versed on fairy tales from around the world. I know all the popular ones, and I've read books specifically on certain countries' fairy tales. And there's a lot in here that I don't know what they are. And it's quite possible that they're very easy to guess, and I'm just not getting it. But yeah, or there's like some extremely new ones in here, or not new, but extremely like more on the not so popular side. So I've decided I'm going to try and like know what each one is before I do it. So yeah, let's start with the roof of those are pretzels. So let's do those brown, and then these are some gumdrops. So I'm going to do those red. So we'll get my Tombow out. I don't even have my Tombow colors out here. But let's do the pretzels brown. Let's see, are we on screen? Yep. And out of the way. So, what do I have to say? Well, let me tell you a bit about this stuff right here. Oh, I was going to bring the binder over to show you too. I am just like so not prepared. Yeah, I'm going to get up. No more rolling around. Okay, so you know I was, oh, this isn't even the right one. Oh my god. I may be editing this part out. But if I don't, don't get mad at me. There. Okay, if I need anything else, I'm going to do without. So, geez, I got one pretzel done. So I wanted to show you this. You know how in my last vlog I was humming and hawing about the Colorful Bliss worksheets and stuff, and you know, learning about the color wheel and putting your pencils together using the artist's color wheel and making combinations of pencils to use and such and such. So I decided I will do it for 2 months. I'll pay twice, so $5 a month is $10. I'll pay my 10 bucks and see if I'm using the resources. And well, after I paid my first $5, I just went gung-ho into this business. I watched some of her videos showing how to do all this stuff, and I actually started working on this stuff while she was telling us how to do it. So the first thing that you do is you make, see, I've had this out just to look at it so I could see what was going on in here with the color wheel, because I know how to read the color wheel. So anyways, you make your own color wheel, and a Prismacolor is assigned to it. And these have been picked because they are as close as they can get to the actual color wheel. What, is there something supposed to be there? Yeah, that's no good. Why does it cover that up? Well, I guess you don't need it. Well, nothing ever points there. And then, oh, hey, sorry. My mind is all over the place. You know, and here's blue. Yeah, not exactly the greatest match there, but sometimes they couldn't. And they had to, but most of these are. That's red violet. There we go. Yeah, so each one of these has its own number. So if you want to just pick numbers off of the color wheel, you can just use this page and go for it, if you know what's on here. Then the next thing is on this page here, using the color wheel so that they get the exact colors. They use the or they take each color and they make a tritone for it. So here's our yellow from the color wheel. Well, let me do one in the center so you can see better. Here's our blue from the color wheel, and we're adding a light and a dark to it so that we've got a blend right there. But you don't have to blend the colors together. You can just use the pencils by themselves. You know, color something one color. So we make tritones for every color that's on there, and that gives us basically the monochromatic version, but the exact Prismacolor pencils. I did mention this was for Prismacolor, didn't I? And then we put down our color wheel again. This is one we already made. Then we use only the light colors that we picked on here, and we make a color wheel using it. And then there's the dark, using only the darks that we chose. Isn't that pretty? I really like this. These are the colors that I'm actually, I mean, it's hard. You know, I think that I'm a person whose favorite color is them all of them, because there's not a color that I don't use. You know what I mean? Some people are like, oh, I don't like purple. I never use purple. I never pick purple. But I do, and it's not my favorite color, but I use it a lot. And I mean, the color that I like using the least is yellow, because I have a hard time coloring yellow and not leaving white spaces behind, whether I'm using a marker or a gel pen or a pencil, and that's my problem, not yellows. Because I know there's people out there who color yellow just fine, and I like it. I like the look of it. So we do that, and then we do this. We start making the tritone colors for every color. There's every combination possible from the color wheel, because that's what we're doing, is we're setting exact pencil Prismacolor Premier pencils, the exact ones, to the ones on the chart, and making up these things and putting them down here so we can use our charts instead of fumbling around and trying to find the right color. So I've been working on coloring them, and I'm going along with one color, and then, well, I'm doing one tritone. So I do that tritone on this page, then I move to the next one. And, I'm working on, look, here's green. Green's pretty much getting filled. Isn't that pretty? I think maybe I do need this light on. There we go. Yeah. No, it's yellow. I'm better off, and I'll just use a filter. So yeah, that's what I've been working on. I haven't colored anything out of a coloring book for like 3 days, because I've been so keen on using this, or on doing it. Then next I'm going to do I'm only interested in doing it for the pencils. I'm not really interested in doing it for markers. She's got the pages, work pages all done for the Tombows, but I don't blend like that with them. So I can get these out of the way now. They're taking up space. I just kind of wanted to tell you what I decided to do, and kind of show you what I've got out of it so far. So I kind of kept, let's get back to coloring on here. I kept myself busy this weekend with my filming. I filmed the studio tour, which you guys have already seen, and I got to tell you, that was pretty difficult to do, because my son was my cameraman, because I couldn't have done that myself. I can't stand up like that. And so then I was behind him, and I sat in the chair whenever possible. And yeah, it took us a while going around. I had to keep taking breaks and stuff, but he was good. He was patient, and that's one of the things that he has a problem with. He gets annoyed. I guess we could call it in non-psychiatric terms. He gets annoyed very quickly, but he was very relaxed and helpful, so that went well. And then I've got my end of the month stuff to do. I've got my, there. So those are pretzels. And then let's do, so what color did I say for the gummies on the top? Red? Yes, let's do red. So then, oh jeez, I thought I saw a spider out of the corner of my eye then for a second. I didn't. So, oh my goodness, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I've got my end of the month to my haul and my finished pages, and those are coming up, and then this week, so you'll have seen them already too by the time this goes up. So I hope you enjoyed them. And then it looks like there are some kind of candies under this thing because they're not stuck to the cookies. So how about we put some like light green, you know those light green candies with the sugar on them? That's what these will be. But we won't be able to see the sugar. So I just started thinking of when I said I saw a spider out of the corner of my eye, it reminded me of a YouTube video I saw. I have absolutely no idea who it was by. All I know is that I do not know this person, and I do not watch their videos, and there's probably a good chance that this person is not on YouTube anymore, because the video that I saw was from a long time ago. Like, it could have been, who knows, 5 years ago, 8 years ago. It was long. It was a long time ago. Okay, now I'm going to get a lighter brown and do the cookies. Hope that wasn't my lightest brown. Well, it can't be. Where's my skin colors? I don't think this was a skin color. That's lighter, but I don't know. I need to bring my chart out here with me. Oh, what's this one? This is a skin tone. I know that. Is that a cookie color? No. I am going to use this one. It's only a little bit lighter than the one we used, but oh well. Oh, it's darker. That's not going to work. It looked light over there. Okay, I'm going to use this one. Whether it's a cookie color or not. Yeah, okay, a cookie can be that color. And, so I was up one night, and this was quite a while ago when I watched it too. I was up one night, you know, couldn't sleep, and I was fairly new to YouTube. This might have even been before I was YouTubing myself. And so I got to this video, like I said, that was old, and the girl got on, and it was her very first video that she was filming. And so she's sitting there and she's talking away, and all of a sudden she screams, and she's like, "Spider!" And she picks things up off of her desk and I go like this to like kill it, and that's not working, so she picks up something else and chases it around trying to kill it. So finally she kills it. And I can't remember what she did with it. If she just left it there or she shoot it off further or what. But then she goes, "Oh no. Oh no. I'm sorry if you're a spider lover. I'm so sorry." And then the rest of the video was about her apologizing for having killed a spider on screen and probably offending a whole bunch of people. Oh dear. That makes me laugh. Oh, yeah, it just does. It's kind of like, you know, probably one of the worst things that could go wrong when you're doing your first video, or doing your first coloring video. I mean, you know, the cynic in me wants to go, oh, well, maybe it's a fake, because why did she put it up? But, you know, you can't be a cynic about everything. You gotta put your trust in people some of the time. So, I don't know, it seemed genuine to me, and it wasn't. I mean, usually when people are being dramatic like that, and they're not professional actors, they overdo it, and you can tell that they're not telling the truth, you know, that they're acting. So, yeah, I have no idea how to direct you to it because it was just a coloring video. It was just, color. It was like, I don't know, coloring chat number 1 or welcome to my coloring channel or, it was just her very first video. But honestly, I can't understand why she put it up. She could have saved it, and then after she had, had got a following, she might have entertained them by putting up the video. But anyway, it was funny, and that's what I thought of when I looked over there. Oh boy, I've almost been half an hour, and I wanted to do this one quickly because I just wanted to make some announcements. I kind of like to do that at the beginning with my things. So, okay, so I'll make my announcement first, and then, yeah, so, I am going to start my own Facebook. And right now, as of today, I'm just beginning to set up my Facebook group. And I'm not going to give it a fancy title or anything like that. I think I'm just going to call it Nikki and Niagara's Coloring Club. And it will be spelt, coloring will be spelt the proper way with a U, not the American way. I use both interchangeably. My titles always are spelled in American without a U, because they'll get found in searches more often, or easier. I do have down as a tag the English coloring with the U. I don't want to go into that. That might end up being... yeah. So, now, underneath of the roof, there's supposed to be like a big piece of like cake or something, right? So let's just go back to this dark one and just fill in those spaces with it. So that's, this is black. No, it's not. It just looks black on top of those black things. See, that's where I should have been using pencils so I could shade in there. But, yeah, oh, jeez. You're going to have to excuse me. I'm having a hard time today keeping my focus. So I was talking about the Facebook channel. So this is an announcement to say that it's up and running and to invite you to come. And I will put a link in this vlog down below to the channel, and you can join there, and it will just be a reflection of what happens on this channel. Mostly I'll be using it as a place for us to gather together to show the pictures that we do from the challenges on this channel, because I started last month with the Fire and Ice Challenge. And even though I'm running the color along, the spooky season color along, that's not a challenge. So I'm going to be posting a challenge this month and next month, and they won't have anything to do with the spooky season because, I know some people aren't into that at all, not even, trick-or-treaters. So it will be for everybody, the challenge, and I'll be announcing that over in the group. You might even find it there. See, I don't know because I'm a week behind this date, so I'm talking about the future. Alright, so let's put some more of those red gummies there. So come on over and we'll we'll do all sorts of things and talk about all sorts of things, and it'll just be like all the other groups, except that we'll have our own things that we do, and I'm open for suggestions for group activities and that sort of thing, what you guys would all like to do. And it'll be a place for you to put what you'd like to see me do on the channel, and a place where I can collect ideas from you as well. So and of course it will be the place where we do the challenges. So now I think these are those peppermints that are like red and white striped. Most of them. Okay, let's make them red and green striped then. I don't know. No, I was thinking of changing to pencil there, but no. I think I'll try and keep the... Okay, so let's go across with red. Oh, yeah, well, this takes concentration here. So yesterday morning I watched Dee Dee Willingham for the first time, and really ever since I stopped doing mixed media, actually. And she was doing coloring, so I decided to turn her on again, and I remember how much I liked watching her channel. So you know what, when I was into mixed media, I only watched her when she was doing collaging and working in her abandoned books. And so now that I'm more into coloring, I'm going to try and start watching her again when she's doing something coloring related. But I was like so interested in the topic of what she did, because it's something that I've been thinking about, and thinking that I would do is do with the acrylic washes instead of doing watercolor wash on my coloring book pages, is to do the acrylic wash and use that as a base to color upon. And that's what her topic was, and she showed all sorts of things about how she colored on it. I tuned in. I missed the start of it, so I didn't get to see how she actually put the wash on. But oh no, I didn't. When I started watching it, she was just starting to do the wash. Yeah. So I don't think I'm going to start doing the building there. So anyways, let's use the dark one. It was very interesting and informative for me. Anyways, let's say that I feel much more confident about going in with an acrylic wash in my books. So I'm not going to do any of this stuff in the Amazon books, and I certainly won't do it on anything that has a black backed page, but we'll see. So I am going to call it quits there, guys, because I made my announcement about the Facebook group, so I'm really excited to see you over there. So just click down on the description and go in there, and it's up at the top. It'll say Nikki and Niagara's Coloring Club, and there'll be a link for you to click on, and it'll take you right over. And if you don't have a Facebook account, it's easy enough to set one up, and you don't have to join friends and be on the board and all that stuff. You don't have to do any of that. Just be in the groups. That's what I do. I never ever go to my homepage, so I don't see anybody's posts or of what they've got to say. So don't worry about that, because you can have a Facebook account and only participate in the groups. So I'm closing now, and we will come back when I have something to say. And I will show you what I've done on this picture, but I will be coloring something non-spooky next time. So I'm looking forward to finishing this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, logging off for today. See ya in a minute. Hi there. It is Friday and I am signing on at about 2:30 in the afternoon. This is the picture I'm going to be working on, but where did I put my stuff? I want to tell you a little bit about it first, how I came to be coloring it. I am very pleased with how it's looking so far, but you guys are going to be so sick of me talking about this coloring bliss thing. But anyways, I'm all done it. All the color schemes are colored in and everything. Did I miss a page? Oh no, I thought there was a blank page there for a minute. Not that it would have been a biggie. But, so I decided to use it. Like, you know, that's the whole point of doing this, right? Is the, using it. I gotta say it was fun making it. It's a lot of coloring, but, if you like the pencils you're using, then it's, more fun than it is work. So these are my Prismas, and I've been using, ever since I've come back to using pencils on a more regular base, I have been using all my newer pencils rather than my Prismacolors, which are the first real set of pencils that I ever bought myself. Like, I bought these a long time ago, you know. I brought them from Calgary, so that was getting close to 15 years, or probably is 15 now. So 20, maybe more than 20 years I've had this set of Prismacolors. And you know, some of them are getting small, but I've never used one up, but now, so that's one of my short ones. And I don't, this one's probably a longer, more close to normal size. So yeah, anyways, the whole point was to actually use these. So I thought, okay, well, let's do it. And this was going to be my next picture because I'm doing this as a buddy color with my sister. And it's from, I hope I get the name right, but it's from the book called The Land of Uchada, I think so. It's one of Karen E. Meyer's books. She has these Land of books. She's got a three-book trilogy, obviously. This isn't part of it. Then she has this book which stands alone so far, and then she has a Christmas Village one, I think, or Land of Snow. But anyways, that's somebody's trying to call me, but they're just gonna have to wait. But I think it's gonna ring 10 times before it will hang up, so if you can't hear it, that's great. So anyways, first thing I had to do was decided what I want my main color to be, because those are the colors on the color wheel. The primary colors and the secondary colors, and well, these ones. Let's just do it that way, right here. So yellow, no, not yellow, green, blue, and red are the primary colors, and then these are the secondary colors, I guess is how that works. So you have to pick which one of those you want to be your main color, and I thought, well, I'm looking at the picture, I'm thinking red, because I want to either do the house red or the roof red, because I usually do roofs red. So I turned to the red page, which is right here, and my picture had leaves in it, So I needed to have something that would have something for leaves. So I was looking, this is the page for red, and these are all the ones that I can choose from using the color wheel. So I was looking at it and I saw this one, and it had the yellow green and blue green, and I thought, well, you know, the yellow green is good for leaves and stuff, and I thought, well, blue green is as well, because you know, they're greenish. And then I thought, well, where's one with blue green that doesn't have blue? Well, the only other one with blue green is here, and it was blue, green, red, and orange. Now those are not colors that I would have put together myself. I would not put red and orange together unless I was doing a fire and ice picture, or or a warm colors challenge, you know, not just to color a picture myself. But then I thought, oh, well, orange can go into the tree somehow. And mushrooms, I like to do my mushrooms red and orange. So I thought, yeah, that's great. So I was using the blue-green for the leaves. So I had blue, green, red, and orange. So each one of these colors is 3 pencils. So I can close this up now. This is like a walking, talking commercial for Coloring Bliss, isn't it? That's not a pencil. So, red, oops, I'm missing a couple colors because I haven't used them yet. Ooh. Oh, guys, I can never sit down here without having to go get something. It's like it's a rule. First thing I do is get everything together at the table, then I turn it on, and once we start, I've forgotten something. So I'm using my Derwent pencil holder. Those are the 2 pencils I haven't used yet. And I'm going to put these in here. So just put those, actually I'll put those near the front so that I can use them if I want. So, I got the colors for red. And this is how it goes. That's light, medium, and dark for red. So I haven't used that one. And then it was red, blue, green, and this one. So these are the colors for blue, green, light, medium, and dark. And then orange is this way. So, sorry, this is not orange, it's yellow orange. So it's light, medium, and dark. So I got out those 9 pencils to start with. Then I knew I wanted some brown for the tree trunk, or the wood to put in here. So I got out my swatch chart for the Prismas, and I looked at the browns, and then I matched them up against the orange Prisma, and I wanted a brown that had an orange undertone to it, and this one was perfect. Burnt Ochre PC943 was the absolute perfect brown to go with orange. So I had that. So I was set with 10 colors to color my picture, and I hardly needed any thought, and it's turning out absolutely wonderfully. And I'm combining colors that I wouldn't naturally combine. I don't want these in here right now. Leave them beside me. So yeah, it's like, it's working. So yeah, this is what we're going to work on. And I just wanted to show ya that I finished the picture I was working on last time. My spooky picture. So this is how it turned out. I did go through a part where I thought it was the most horrible thing in the world, and I just wanted to get it done. So I did stop being really careful, and I rushed to the end. So, you know, there's a bit of white space. Well, there's not a bit. There's quite a bit of white space on here, and yeah, I didn't do any layers or anything because I was sick of it. And so, you know, I was telling my sister that we were video chatting, And I was telling her how awful it turned out and all this stuff. And she goes, well, show me. And I'm like, oh. I said, oh, well, I might as well because I am going to post it on Instagram. So I'm like, you know, okay, just don't say it's nice. Because I know it's not. So don't lie. And so I held it up for her and I went, see? And she looks at it and she goes, Nick, it's good. I like it. And I said, I told you not to say that. And she's like, well, it's true. I like it. So the more I looked at it, the more I kind of liked it. And yeah, so that's how our picture started. So I ended up using a combination of the Tombows. The Tombows are used in all sorts of places. Pencil crayons, which were the Prismas, because they're the ones I'm using at the moment. And then I brought in some gel pens because there were candies. You know, and I think that's what threw me off was the candies, because I don't like coloring food. And there's candies and food, like desserts here, the big lot of them there, and there's jewels, which I don't like coloring either. Here, and here. And a piece of bread, and I don't like coloring bread, I've got to tell you. It either just looks wrong or it looks like it's not baked. So yeah, it was the candy, and I brought in the gel pens for that and the jewelry. So anyways, it is what it is, right? So, oops, let me go right back in there. So, I figured these were steps going up here. So I tried to do something to make them look like steps because they were flat. They didn't have, there's one step down here that confirmed it. So what was I working on? Oh yes, I'm working on the tree. And I am using all 5 colors. No, wait a minute. 3, no, I'm using 4 colors because I'm using the combination for orange, yellow, and I'm adding in the brown. So it goes at the end. So it looks like this is all one big piece. So I don't really have anything to say. As usual, it was a week without very many events. We did find out about my son, and when he goes back to adult education, is they all have to re-register. So we're doing a phone intake on this coming Tuesday, and the guidance counselor will be calling him. Well, he just doesn't talk on the telephone. So we're going to do that as put the speakerphone on, and we'll all sit down as a family and talk with him. And then he'll start school the following Tuesday. So he's starting school the Tuesday after all the kids go back to school. So we found out that information. But other than that, I haven't gone anywhere or done anything because it's just not my style. I pretty much just go out. Oh, my shoulder. Why is that starting to hurt? Pretty much just go out when I have a doctor's appointment, but you know that already, at least those of you who've been around with me. I do want to say welcome to any newcomers to the channel. I saw that my subscriber numbers have gone up a bit here, so welcome the new subscribers, and thank you for subscribing and allowing me to join you in a little bit of your time. And of course, when there's new subscribers, there's got to be new people who didn't subscribe. So hello to you all. So I've been busy filming all the end of month videos, and I had to film my watercolor video before I did my end of months one because I had all my watercolor stuff on my table right here. It was right here and all over. So I filmed that first. I still haven't put it up. And then I filmed my end of month haul and and supplies. So I did that this weekend, and I put them up, well, starting on Monday. Now I've been doing that all this week. What am I saying weekend for? The weekend's coming. So I did that, and then what else did I film? I filmed the flip of that book that I finished. I haven't put that up yet either. Oh, wait, I need to go darker with this round. So, excuse me, my throat's a little hoarse today. So, I don't even know what I was saying. My mind is just like all over the place. I'm thinking a dozen things at once, and like none of them are important except for this, what I'm trying to say. But I keep getting interrupted by the other thoughts. So I'm just going to have to take it that I wasn't saying anything important and go from there. Oh yeah, I was talking about the things I filmed. And then Danny Buttons did her scavenger number 2, and she tagged me. So took me a couple of days of thinking. I never do anything right away. I've got to be like prepared for it. So I took those 2 days of preparation, and then I spent time picking out the first 5, because there's 10 in the bonus question. And then I spent the next day picking out the next 5. And I took a look at the bonus question, but I decided that I didn't have a picture of where I wanted to be right now, or where I would like to travel to right now. And I don't like traveling, so, you know, I mean, theoretically, I would like to visit my sister, but I don't like going on the plane even to another province. I need something hard to lay on, because this is too soft. It's 2 pieces of poster board with a sheet of corrugation in between them. I don't know if that has any special name or not. I think it might be used for kids who do, well, I know they do heritage fairs out here, but I know a lot of places do science fairs. I think they use them as their boards. So I still have to film the tag, and I'll be doing that either tonight, or there's a part there that's all black, and I like to go over those with black just to make them fit in with the picture. And oh yeah, that's the question. The question is, where would you like to be right now? or travel to. And I was saying I'd like to go to my sister's, but I don't want to go to Edmonton. And flying there is not so great either. So I'd rather not go on planes. And the only place where I would like to be is in the past. I hope that doesn't sound depressing, because it isn't really. It's just that I was healthy in the past and didn't know it. And I should have, as a teenager, I should have had somebody take me in hand and teach me how to eat properly. Because I lived somewhere where we didn't eat properly at all. My parents are British. And, you know, meat and potatoes and fat for every meal. Not that the British always eat like that, but they did back in the 70s and the 60s when they emigrated here. Now, I'm going to put some highlights in there, and maybe up here, there. So yeah, instead of leaving those places white, I just erase the highlights into it, and then I go over it with my lightest color to lighten it up. This is just my own version of coloring. If you're trying to figure out what style I'm following, it's none. It's my own. Excuse me. It's my own made-up version of coloring from watching other people, and this is what I do. So, now, I think it is time. I'm going to have to decide what color to do this, and I'm leaning towards red. I don't think there's the place to add a new color, but I'm going to add... I know what I could do. Is I could make the stones here. I could make them, see, what color is this? Light aqua, and this is aquamarine. I'm just wondering if I could do these in 2 colors. Why don't I do them with 3 colors? I'll do them in the way I did there. Okay, so I need all 3 colors. So light aqua and cobalt turquoise are my colors. Let's just keep those in order. So let's work on those stones before I do the leaves. Are we on screen? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to color them all light first. Ooh, I've got to lay back, really lighten up on this. So, the major thing that I want to say is that I have created a Facebook group for this channel, and it is where we will hold our challenges. So if you enjoyed doing the Fire and Ice challenge, we'll be having another challenge, which I will be, well, actually the day you're watching that, well, I don't know what day you're going to watch this, but I'm uploading this on Monday. It's Friday today, and I'll be uploading this on Monday. So the day that this was uploaded is the day that I will be announcing on the Facebook group what the new challenge is for September. And remember, challenges are, they're not color-alongs, they're little, they're creative challenges. They're to get the creativity flowing in us. They're good things to do if you're stumped for coloring, if you're in a coloring slump, as a warm-up exercise to working on something quite intricate and detailed. Oh no, sorry, let's stay in that position. Okay, so yeah, I'll just go like that. So, yeah, there's already some people in the group. I announced it on my community board on Friday. Today, the day I'm talking. It's so hard talking about days when you're talking in the present about the future, which will be your past. When the future is present, so I'm talking about the future, but when that future becomes present, it will be my past. And if you can't understand that, then you understand why I'm having a hard time with it. I have a hard enough time dealing with the present. So yeah, I'd really like to see you guys over there. And I know we'll have a bunch of fun. You can share all your pictures. As I know a bunch of you aren't on Instagram. So get your camera out and you can start taking pictures of your work and sharing it with me and everybody else who joins the group. And we can ask questions, and you won't just have me to answer your question. We can all answer each other's questions. If you don't have a Facebook, if you don't have a Facebook account and you're worried about being on Facebook, don't be, because I have a URL that you can bookmark, and it will take you into Facebook so that you land on your groups page. So you have no advertising. There will be no advertising of anything to you because there's no advertising on that page. And once you've joined, you do not have to get friends. If anybody sends you a friend, you just say no, or I think it's deny. They won't know unless they check. Well, I don't even know if they'll know then, but they won't know when you do it. If it's somebody you know in person, you can always tell them that you just joined it to be in a coloring group, and that's it. So they can just contact you like normal. So yeah, I belong to Facebook, but I quit a number of years ago now. Like it may have been 5 years ago, but I was having a really hard time with news. It was, oh, it's much more than 5 years ago, because it was way before Trump was even on the scene. Well, he was on the scene, but he was a game show host. My son, he's 20 now. Oh yeah, so it must have been like, oh my God, like 8. Oh, I don't know. When did the Donald Trump show, The Apprentice, when did that start? It was after that started that my youngest, who's 20 now, he used to tell his dad that he was fired all the time, because we used to watch The Apprentice. We really enjoyed it back in those days. And so our son, who's like, well, he was over 4, so you know, he was like 4 or 5, and he'd turn to his dad and go, "You're fired." That was hilarious. He never fired me. But he was always firing his dad. And yeah, okay, so back to Facebook. yeah, so I took a break from Facebook. I wasn't on there for... It was a very long time ago when I took the break, but I was having a hard time with news. And both my therapist and my psychiatrist, independently of each other, told me to stop watching the news because it was, you know, I didn't just get upset about it, it made me mad. And it made me, I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I just couldn't understand idiots, is basically what I said. Because it just was totally tearing me apart at the time. So I stopped, and when I stopped, I had to get off Facebook because everybody posts about the politics, and every time something happens in the news, everybody is talking about it. So, you know, that was it. And then, so this was before Facebook groups. Okay, so now I need my lightest color. That's this one, right? Yeah. So before, yeah, so I got off before Facebook groups existed, or before they were like the norm. And my sister told me that there was Facebook groups. And at the time, I was interested in mixed media. And I thought, ooh, wow, that's interesting, because I used to be a big part, like really active in Yahoo groups. And so I joined, and I bookmarked that page as the way I entered into Facebook, and I don't ever see my board. I am friends with a lot of people. I'm friends with some of you guys, but I don't see your board, and I don't see anything that's posted to my board, because that's just the way I have to do it. And I friend people so that they can be able to contact me. And so yeah, that's that story, I think. Yeah, so as I'm saying, if that's your fear, just sign up for an account to Facebook, and then give me an email, and I'll give you a link, and you click on that link, and it will take you to your groups page. Well, you won't belong to any groups, so it might not work. Follow the link on the community board where my post is. I put the link there to my group. So, or you can search for it. Go to Facebook, and I believe it will, no, it might not let you search if you don't have an account. So yeah, just go to the link. Okay, you know what? Let me try and get this straight so you don't get as confused as I am. And it's not confusing. So go to the link on the community board in the post, the last post, where I announce the group. So click on that link, and Facebook will tell you to log in or create an account. So create an account, and then continue to sign up for my group. Then wait to be accepted, which I'm trying to be on Facebook more often right now so that I can accept people into the group. So wait to be accepted, then go back using the link that you used in the first place on the community board to get there, and then email me. You'll be able to email me in the group, or just post and ask for the link, so that you don't have to go to Facebook, you don't have to go to your board, because that's where all the advertising is, and that's where all your friends will post their stuff. But if you don't friend anybody, you won't have any stuff there. I hope that makes sense, because I know if you're not familiar with it, it all sounds confusing, and of course I'm not the best person to be explaining it. But yeah, those look cute. And now I'm going to do these leaves. So they're just going to be my darkest turquoise, which is, or it could be fall. Oh yeah, if we make it fall, I can use my darkest orange and my darkest red. Yes. Okay, and yeah, there's an acorn there. That happens in fall, doesn't it? Okay, so there's a lot of leaves on here, so I think I'll just have to do this randomly. I think I'm trying to decide whether I should do a background or not. When it's an outside picture, I always feel like it needs to have a sky, especially if the grass is there. But then you see, this is what I don't like, is when the picture is drawn inside a frame, or like this. There's no point for this frame because stuff doesn't go up to it, so it might as well not even be there. And so, like, where does my sky end? I mean, this is just the grass, so underneath of here, like underneath of the grass, is going to be sky if I do it all blue. So if I do a background, I'm going to have to do it a different color, and that's always difficult for me, but I can do it. So I guess I'd probably choose one of my shades and do a pastel background, maybe just a light orange one. Oh wait, I don't think I have an orange. I just have a really dark orange. I have an earthy orange, which I'm going to be, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be using on here. So, I don't know what else there is. Oh, I know what I was going to do. I was going to do a would you rather question. So, we've only done one on here. Okay, so, let me tick off the one we did. Would you rather have more time or more money? Okay, so I want you to answer that question in the comments. Would you rather have more time or more money? Now I answered, as soon as I read the question, my mind answered it on me. And I answered this question really quickly. And this may make some of you think I'm pretty crass. But I would rather have more money. Honestly, because we don't have much, and when I say that, I mean it. I'm not being flippant about not having enough money for the pleasures, but you know, we just don't really have much money. And honestly, ever since my health declined, I have all the time in the world. I have all day, every day, where I'm just sitting in my house, looking out my big window. You saw that when you saw my room tour. Watching the world go by. I don't really have many friends left because, you know, when you stop seeing them, they stop contacting you. I know I have a few who contact me every now and then, but, you know, right now with the COVID and everything, it's a little awkward about, you know, masking and all that kind of thing. So, I do have time. Like, I couldn't wish for more. If I had more time, I would just spend more time sitting there. So yes, I would rather have more money because then I could buy state-of-the-art equipment or medical attention that I would need to get me into a much better health thing, because I do know that there are operations, but they're ones that aren't approved, and you have to pay for them. And there are some operations that are available in the States that we don't have here in Canada. And if we did, we'd have to pay for them. So, you know, I mean, we have what they call free health care, though it's not free, because we have to pay our health care tax every year. And it's not a tiny amount. There. So I would do that, and then my husband could stop working, or he could just work at something that he would enjoy, so it would give him something to do. Because I know he doesn't like to sit around doing nothing himself. It would drive him crazy if he was in my situation. But, I need to sharpen this pencil. Where is the sharpener? Please don't make me go too far. Oh, I can't roll over there. I got my shavings. Alright, we'll make do. And, we'd buy another house, a one-floor one, because we're getting too old for 2 floors. Well, we have 2 floors, and we have an attic that you can go into. You know, if we had the money, we could do something with the upstairs, but our house isn't worth that. We're better off just buying a new house. And, yeah, and we also have a cellar, so nobody goes down there except for my husband if there's a problem, or, oh no, our son goes down there now too. He's been taught how to fix the breaker, because the breaker goes off every once in a while, so he's been taught to go down there and flip the switch. Or I think there's a couple, because it's an old one. So I think one does one part of the house and the other one does the other part of the house. And, what else? Well, my husband's always driven a beat-up car. So, we'd buy him a new car. And we'd be able to help people more, and the people who have helped us, we'd be able to help back. I would buy my sister a house. That's for sure, because they're moving right now, so I mean, normally I would have said I would pay their mortgage, but if I got the money, if we had more money right now, I'm assuming I'm getting a lot more money. Now, it didn't say that, did it? Okay, well, obviously I'm not gonna wish for $100 more. I'm thinking of millions here. Yeah. So that's my answer. And I don't think I'm being crass by thinking of money, because, like I said, I don't need more time. I need stuff to do with the time that I have. And living a healthier life would be a good start. Alright, so you put your answers down below. Would you rather have more time or more money? And think about it carefully. So I'd also like you guys to go to Facebook and join my group. If you are already on Facebook, you can do a search for Nikki in Niagara's adult sorry, I'm talking funny for some reason. It's like I'm gonna chant it or something. Nikki in Niagara's Adult Coloring Club. That is what we are called. So go on over there and join up. Got a few people over there yet, but we're not big enough yet to be a thriving community. So let's work on that. If you know anybody else who would be interested in joining the group, then just let them know. Okay, so this is permanent red. Where can I put that? Because I haven't used this color yet. I've used 9 colors because I've used the brown that I added to this, so I have 10. I'll put it on the mushrooms. Should I do the mushrooms red with orange spots or orange with red spots? I think it'll be more red if I do the mushrooms that color. So I will look at that. It's still got its point from my first sharpening of it. This is, by the way, is permanent red. Oh yeah, I think I just said that. So, with that, I think we're going to close. Because I think the total of our video is going to be less than an hour and a half. But at least it's better than last time when I barely made an hour. Next week I'll have more to say because there's my son's guidance counselor appointment. There's my doctor's, my pain clinic appointment, and I've got an appointment with my doctor. So I'll be out and about. Maybe something will happen. Okay, so thanks guys for joining me, and I hope you have a nice rest of the week and enjoy your weekend at the end. So until next Monday, or this coming Monday, let's say, in case you're watching this on a different day of the week. Until then, keep safe, stay healthy, and bye. I love you guys.